Last month, we hit our first 12K, and in my first 9 months in business, over $75K in revenue. What's up? My name is Christian. I'm 22 years old. And in this video, I want to discuss something that I've seen many entrepreneurs do, that I did myself. And the common theme I hear over and over again is that they've picked the wrong business model, they picked the wrong niche, and they have to transition to something else. I personally did this 6 times before I started my business that I have now. And to give context, I run a language business. So most of our clients do not have a lot of money at all. And many people would argue that investing in learning a language is not a priority for many people. But still, after just 9 months, we hit our first 10K month, 12K after their Stripe taxes. And I want to start off by telling my personal story. So as I said, I had 6 different business models that earned $0 before I went all in and tried this for real. I did dropshipping, I did SaaS, I did social media marketing agency, I did the online fitness influencer agency. I probably tried every single business model, but every time I was like, no, this doesn't work, it's saturated, and came up with every excuse except that I was the problem. I didn't spend a lot of money on ads, I didn't invest in myself, I didn't do reach outs, I didn't talk to my customers, I did nothing, but I expected to get results. And I see this as a very common theme here in Bali. There's so many people starting in social media agency. After 2 months, they're not rich, they're not millionaires, and they think that's a business model problem. But it's of course not the business model's problem, because there are other agencies earning millions. But of course, it's not fun in the start. Of course, you don't enjoy working a lot of hours, earning much less than you could do in working a single job. And I think most of these people, maybe that's you actually watching this video. If you would have a friend that came to you and said they've tried social media agency for 2 months, you ask them, how many reach outs have you done? How much money have you spent on ads? And they say they've done 50 reach out and spent $0 on ads, and they're thinking about switching because this is not their passion. This market is saturated. What would you say to that friend? You probably say that is crazy. But when it's you come up with all these excuses except look in the mirror. And I might be completely wrong, but this really frustrates me when I hear it. Because of course you're not passionate. I can say in my experience, I'm never passionate about what I do. I can say from my experience, I was not passionate at all about teaching other people a language. And to be honest, most of the time it was just outreach, ads, and talking to members to ask if they want to renew or not for $49 membership. Of course it's not fun. But I think, and this comes mostly from Alex Hormozi, that is the lessons you learn in the early stages that matter. You will learn how to do it better. You will learn how to charge more, but maybe after making money, you can think what else you want to do. But I can tell you from my experience, now that I have more control over what we do, I have more understanding about business, I have more understanding about how to get clients, how to charge more, how to keep them longer. And I'm not saying that I know this because I'm still in the beginning stages, but now it's beginning to be a little more fun. And up until now, basically every day I thought about stopping, doing something else, doing something I'm passionate about, but I'm really happy I didn't do it because the lessons I've already learned have been so much more helpful than actually building a language business. What I've learned is how to work leads, how to market, how to sell, how to deliver a product, how to get people to stay, how to make people happy, how to get referrals, how to get reviews, all these things that you do not think about, that you need to learn, that will be useful later in your life. But also right now, because you will make more money and you will actually be able to live a life as an entrepreneur and not think about paying your bills. So I'm basically making this video to talk to my younger self that if you're 1 month in, 3 months in, 6 months in, and you think that your business model is wrong, or you think that this is not what you want to do long term, or you're not passionate about what you do now, I would say, of course not. But this is the point. Business is hard. It's never going to be easy. And if you think that doing something else is going to be easier, you're wrong. And you will make money and you will learn a lot more than beginning from zero in a new business model, selling coaching to coaches that sell coaching on how to make a course, on how to coach other coaches with courses. And you probably heard this joke, but I think this joke is funny because it's actually real. People with no experience sell coaches how to make courses on things that they never done because they think there is a shortcut, but there is not. just need to learn. So stick with the business you're on. So that's basically it for this rant, or whatever you want to call it. I'm sorry if it was a bit messy, but I think if most people would actually just start from zero, learn how to do business, then make money, then make more money, then build bigger businesses, and maybe then you can think about what you're passionate about. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.